Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at Call of the Sea, a first-person adventure game set in the 1930s as a dame goes in search of her missing beau and his expedition, and finds some kind of jungle paradise island full of puzzles, I guess. I don't really know too much about this game, but when I first saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, that looks good enough that I'm going to want to check it out when it comes out. So here we are, checking it out, now that it's out. Definitely has a very vivid, colorful art style from what I remember. That was kind of what caught my eye. And maybe just a little touch of Cthulhu.
What was that? What are those voices?
Norah Fatan. Prologue, a family heirloom. Oh, well, here we are beneath the sea. Swimming beneath the sea, even. Are we dreaming of Rillier?
Where am I?
'Cause it's out there, somewhere beyond the sea. I guess it's not surprising that she doesn't swim very quickly at the bottom of the ocean.
I know this place. I've been here before.
Actually, I think she swims faster sideways. Speedrun strats. Swim diagonally.
I've been here my entire life. I'm trapped in here.
Not the worst place to be trapped if you can somehow breathe underwater. At least it's pretty.
I'm climbing these stairs again.
Also, it looks like the game might be
The voices are calling me.
running in borderless window, which means my stupid dock is going to pop up. You're not going to see it, but I have to try not to click on it. Probably easier to avoid doing that in this
It's broken.
than in Ghost Runner.
My old music box. I have to get it. I have to... Those horrible dreams again. I've had them repeatedly ever since my mother died and left me that music box in her will.
Maybe it's
Always
evil.
said that old family heirloom had something to do with my family's strange disease. If the doctors won't give us an answer about your illness, I'll search for one myself, you said. And in that search, it seems you lost yourself. I don't think I'd ever...
Pardon me, madam, but the island is in sight. We'll be lowering the boat in just a minute.
Oh, thank you so much, Captain Hodgson. I'll be right out.
Now I suppose you have some family from in and around Innsmouth.
All right, time to gather my things.
Might explain your mysterious illness.
Not exactly a clawfoot tub, but you can't always get what you want.
Is that the wash station?
It's a relief that I don't need it to walk anymore. I missed the sea so much when we moved to Denver. I'm definitely going to miss this bed. Falling asleep to the ship's rocking was delightful.
Well, I'm glad that if they're going to have all these descriptions that they're actually voiced. Voice acting seems pretty good so far.
I think I've overpacked. Captain Hodgson has a very particular taste when it comes to decor. What was I thinking when I brought all these dresses on this trip?
I'm going to a sweltering jungle island. I better pack my sundress.
I received a mysterious package at my house. I stored all its contents in my locked suitcase.
Well, I have the option to play it. Does that mean it'll read the audio?
I received a mysterious...
Nope. Okay, that's just what she has to say. Norah Everhart, pact, Tahiti. One package, 10/9/1934, delivered. Okay, what was the package, though? Can't go out without my gloves.
Better cover up my hands before I leave the cabin. I wouldn't want anyone thinking I'm a circus freak.
I don't know, isn't it kind of worse if they're sticking out of your gloves like that?
Oh my, I have the worst memory. I forgot the combination again.
Alright, first
Thank
puzzle.
goodness I always bring my journal with me to write things down.
First puzzle is open your damn luggage.
Ah, the amazing adventures of Norah Everhart, art teacher.
Curious things from my journey. Norah, remember this, 506. Alright. I don't suppose I can get this in a slightly cleaner font? No? November 1st, 1934. I finally arrived in Tahiti. Finding information about Harry's expedition is turning out to be a tough row to hoe. It's an old-fashioned expression. I think I must have walked all over Papeete asking about them, but nobody seemed to know anything. About that place 74 miles east of Tahiti. Some locals have mentioned an island, but they won't say anything else about it. It's like they think the place is cursed. I met an English sailor, Captain Hodgson. He knew some of the crew members of the Lady Shannon, a whaler. Apparently, the ship took an American expedition to an island east of Tahiti. According to Hodgson, it's been months now since he last saw the Lady Shannon or its crew. Like every good sailor, the captain is superstitious. Do you think I'm mad? I'm not going to risk the lives of my crew by going to that cursed island, he said. November 4th, 1934. After 3 days of begging, I've managed to convince Captain Hodgson to take me close to the island. Save your money, Miss Everhart. Leaving me alone will be payment enough. I think there's a sweet, tender heart inside that grumpy old sailor.
After spending so much time reading this book, I think I've learned a thing or two about Polynesian culture.
Or at least I pretend I do. Okay.
I love this song.
Well, as long as the song you love isn't copyrighted too hard. I like this rope hanging up on the wall. Alright, so what was it, 506?
Alright, now it's open.
Better take all my stuff with me.
I saw this island in one of my unsettling dreams. I drew it as soon as I woke up.
In my restless dreams, I see that island. I don't know why I have to make that reference every time.
This strange and sharp relic came in the package I received at home.
Well, someone sent me a weird relic. It's either a dagger or a key. Or both.
Harry Everhart. My husband, my partner, and my dear old pal.
He does look more like a detective than an adventurer. It's just me loading my gun at the dinner table. Haven't shaved yet. I guess I can't take this? Oh, I gotta
A brass key with
check
the
the back.
letter CW engraved on it. And some enigmatic instructions.
So is this part of the package as well? And can I take the key? She doesn't... Oh, okay, I had to right-click to take it. Alright, I think that's everything we need.
We're all set, madam. The motorboat is ready.
I think I've overpacked.
So we're just gonna leave all the rest of our luggage in here? Like, just keep an eye on it.
Okay, Norah. From here on out, you're on your own.
I'll be back in a couple days. I guess chapter 1, Out of the Blue.
Lower the motorboat. Be careful with Mrs. Everhart's equipment, lads.
No, that's the developer, never mind.
We'll be back to pick you up in 3 days. I really hope you find your husband there, madam.
I hope it too. I'll see you in 3 days then.
But please be careful on that island. You know what the legends say about it.
I'll take care. Thank you, Captain.
You know what they say. It's cursed and everybody who goes there dies horribly. But it's so pretty. 74 miles east of
Well,
Tahiti.
here I am, in the middle of the ocean after traveling across half the world. Just miles away from where my husband is supposed to be. You left a year ago to search for a cure for my affliction. Your letters kept me close to you, but suddenly they stopped coming. What happened, Opal? What did you find? Whatever it was, it led you to hire a crew and set sail from San Francisco to Tahiti. And from there to this place, an island in the middle of the Pacific that the locals refuse to even name.
So I do wonder how deep the kind of
Everything is
Lovecraftian
familiar.
notes go in this.
So familiar. As impossible as that may sound. Is this the island I dreamed about? This can't be a coincidence.
Call of the Sea. I mean, it was really nice when they did it in the new version of Prey, but I always appreciate kind of in-universe credits like that. It's just a nicer look than having them pasted over everything. Like, yeah, maybe they're not immersive, but who gives a shit?
A breathtaking, idyllic island, surrounded by deadly reefs and protected with stakes to keep anybody from entering. Why?
I suppose the stakes here must be
There's definitely
pretty high.
something strange about this place.
Also, does this boat have a motor? I think he did say it was a motorboat. Yeah, okay, there is a motor.
Harry, let's see if I can find any trace of you around here.
Well, first off, we're going to want to pull this boat.
I'll leave my things in the boat until I find somewhere to
You're going to want to pull this further up on the beach so it doesn't get pulled out in the tide, where you can clearly see it comes up to here. That's how you get stranded.
The tent. So somebody was on this island recently. A miniature va'a, a Polynesian outrigger canoe. Beautifully crafted, too.
Okay, maybe she did remember a thing or two from her Polynesia book. Is there a vignette effect? I feel like there's kind of a weird darkness to the edge of the screen, but it doesn't look like a normal vignette. I guess because normally in a game, the effect is usually pretty harsh. Is that a gun sheath? You know, for like a rifle on your back?
Someone has been chopping down palm trees. A lot of them. Maybe to build something.
Maybe they were trying to build a boat like that to escape because their actual boat sank. That seems like the most obvious answer. So yeah, I think we mostly just explore around and solve puzzles and unlock new areas of the island to find out more about the
Offering
mystery.
of mother of pearl. Quite valuable for the Polynesians.
Just gonna quickly check here in the options if that is actually a vignette effect, because I don't know, it just looks weird. Yeah, I'm not seeing any option like that. Maybe I just need to turn up the brightness a little. It just looks a little dark. Might just be the shadows are kind of harsh. But I think it looks good. Like, everything's very bright, colorful. A little
Looks like it
more...
opens from the other side.
A little more realism stylized than like Bug Snacks.
I feel quite good. I dare say I might even walk a little faster than usual.
It's funny because as that popped up, I was tapping shift to see if I could go any faster and thinking, man, she walks really slow. So thank God she can sprint now. Oh!
These wooden figures are called unu. This seems to be telling a story.
Who knew? What does it say? So I think I can just kind of examine anything. I don't know. I'm not seeing the eye icon pop up, so I'm just going to click on everything. Got some, like, jawbone daggers here. Some of those hooks. Is that Maui's hook? don't suppose you know what these stories mean. I mean, there's some kind of a creature there, and then the humans put up spikes to keep the creature out. And then the humans threw flowers at the creature.
A bone fish hook.
Maybe these offerings are left here to appease the being that lives near here. Maybe in an underwater city? I can't jump.
It may look peaceful, but clearly somebody wants to keep outsiders off this. What a lovely flower offering.
Somebody wants to keep outsiders off. Ooh, flowers! One person came here by boat, and then all of the Polynesians left to some other island. There were many, but then there were only few, as they tried to hold back the beast.
From what I've read, the Polynesians don't need doors. So why build such a big one?
And then one became a few and left the key island.
A carving tool. This box. CW. Those are the initials on the brass key. It opens it. So whoever sent me this key was here.
Maybe we'll also learn the origins of our evil family music box. Alright, we left the key under the potted plant in the front lawn, so you can get in.
This is starting to look like a scavenger hunt.
I love scavenger hunts. Alright, well, tiles, you say.
Something's missing here. Well, that did something.
Maybe I just need both of those counterweights raised? Alright, well. Norah!
What? Someone carved my name in the back of this unu.
Well, clearly they knew you were coming. They left the box out for you. Alright, well, it's gotta be one of these tiles, right? It's next to the rock with the lay. So, here.
Well, look what's hidden here.
But maybe these gates are here to keep what's on the island from getting out, and not to keep outsiders from getting in.
It works.
Mysterious jungle ahead.
This may be the first time I trespass a private property. My childhood in Newburyport wasn't exactly the most thrilling thing.
Jeez, who hasn't trespassed at least once by the time they're 10 years old? Certainly did plenty of trespassing in my day as a kid.
Is that... Harry? Harry, you were here! You were here and I found you, damn it. Where are you now? Where is everybody? Where did you and all your crew go?
Was that not us in the photo as well?
Lady Shannon? That name sounds familiar. I'd better check my journal.
Alright, well, I guess not. Probably Lady Shannon. Contract of passage. 6 people. Fragile instruments. I'm glad they let you zoom in this much if they're not going to give you a clearer way to read it. Several boxes with... what does that say? Equipment. weapons and explosives, supplies for 3 weeks. Better check my journal to remember who Lady Shannon is, because I have no idea. I do wish this stuff was voiced. Oh, we can go further back. Jeez. I'm not going to read all this because it's a lot. I'll read it on my own, but we'll just go from where we are. I arrived on the mysterious island 74 miles east of Tahiti. The fisherman will be back to pick me up again in 3 days. I hope that's enough time to find you, dear old pal. Oh, this is almost exactly what she said. That's strange. Polynesians don't use doors, much less mechanisms to protect a door. If I want to reach the inner island, I've got to open it. Norah, dear, this is no ordinary island. I needed the key I received in the mysterious package to enter the island. What does this mean? Harry was on this island, and I hope he's still here. I found a photo with the expedition members, and I think I vaguely recognize some of them from the letters he sent me. But where did they go? Did they set up camp somewhere? I'm not sure what it wants me to check for that. I mean, unless it's back here somewhere that they mention it. I'm just going to quickly skim over this. So we got an enigmatic sentence written on a photo of my husband, an ancient stone relic that looks like a knife, and a brass key with the letters CW engraved on it. Tahiti is just the ancient name of Tahiti, the same place the package came from. Isn't Lady Shannon, now that I'm thinking about it, isn't that just the name of the ship he took to get here? This looks like a puzzle device.
This reminds me of those slot machines that Harry and I saw at the Atlantic City Pier. But a Polynesian version.
Well, I assume there will be a hint around here somewhere. Oh, but, well.
A mechanical bridge? That doesn't fit in with Polynesian traditions either.
Polynesians hate mechanical bridges. Maybe on the back of this? I feel like there's got to be a hint around here, right? Looking on the back. And we didn't find any clues here yet. Oh, there is a path off here.
It's been years since I took such a long walk. This fresh air is doing me wonders.
Or maybe it's something more supernatural that's making you feel better.
I can feel the air is denser here in this mangrove swamp.
Look at that crystalline blue water.
Rays of sunlight shining through. Another symbol.
Okay, so I guess we're just looking around here for clues to all of these.
Now that I've crossed half the world, I wouldn't mind crossing the other half. But I have to do it with you, old pal.
Hold on, I'm going to scroll my mouse to the bottom of the screen. There we go. If I look up too much, I have to reset it to the bottom like that.
Bone fish hook.
Yep, that's what you said about the last one we found, too. I mean, it looks like somebody was resting here.
This sort of pond is a Polynesian fishing technique. There's another symbol inside it.
Oh, you mean like this little rock path for the fish to come down? Oh man, there's a lot of those things over here.
Oh my, this is so beautiful. What were these birds called? Lorikeets. Cole's lorikeets.
What are they so agitated about? Okay, she can't examine these ones. These ones are red, so maybe they're not the ones we need.
Polynesian chieftains make their head ornament. Polynesian chieftains make their head ornaments with lorikeet feathers. What a lovely souvenir.
What a lovely
There are
souvenir.
lorikeet feathers scattered around this uni.
And then she just throws it on the
I'll draw
ground.
The symbol in my journal.
So, do these other ones not matter then?
A shortcut. That's convenient.
That is rather convenient. It's... okay, this is the shortcut from where we first came. So clearly we're going to be circumnavigating this island back and forth, and not just straight linear forward path. I tried to jump back at it, but again, we don't have a jump button. Is that a hermit crab, or is that just a clam? I think it's just a clam. If it isn't a mobile mollusk, then I don't really care. The stationary ones, well, I guess, you know, clams and stuff, not all of them are stationary. Some of them can extend their little tongue foot to push themselves along. But for the most part, they're stationary. Okay, so this is where we came from. I think this was a dead end over here. Why not? We can go back up the path. But yeah, this seems pretty, but also very chill so far. You know, just kind of take your time, explore the island, solve puzzles.
What a beautiful mountainous landscape.
I'll write that down too. Okay, so we have 4 symbols. And this thing uses 5, right? Yeah, so we're only missing 1 more. And I'm guessing that each of these ties to one of the things on this side. So we need sun, birds, mountain, water, and fish. So 3 triangles and then 3 arrows. And we have mountain, which is the 3 big pointy bits. And we have lorikeet, well, we got that one already. And fish is the fast arrow. So we could intuit the last one, because there's only a couple symbols left. But we're going to look around for it instead of trying to break the puzzle, because, you know, exploration is what this game is about. So it seems kind of a waste to skip that. mean, the last one we need is a river, so you'd think it would be somewhere over here. Yeah, we can't wade into the swamp. I think I already tried to do that earlier. So, there's that path there. That one's for fish. That one's for mountain. It might actually be near the bridge, or, I mean, there was a couple Unu back here as well, so maybe one of them is relevant. And we've got a whole bunch right here. So maybe one of these is river? Just kind of seems like this is all the symbols. So I think the ones back here were yellow, so they might not be relevant. Yeah, these ones are stories and not just symbols.
Harry said that he would go to the end of the world to find a cure. And by the looks of it, he wasn't lying. We promised we'd never lie to each other from the moment we started dating, no matter how harsh the truth.
How very progressive for the 1930s. Wanting to hear the truth from a woman? Preposterous. I mean, maybe I am just supposed to guess the last one. Because I feel like if it was around, it would be on this path right next to the river. We haven't seen anything like that. Can't, like, look at this from the other side, can I? I were an Unu, where would I be? Oh. I thought that was one over there, but it's just a crooked mangrove root. Yeah, I think I've seen everywhere around here, so I guess we'll just try one of the 3 symbols. Alright, my first guess would be this.
Well, I guess I hit the jackpot. That's my ticket across the river then.
Just worried I, like, missed an area.
Steady now.
I mean, this bridge looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you need to worry. It's not a rope bridge. Yeah, it looks especially sweltering in here. But I mean, I would love wandering around a jungle island in the South Pacific. That's like one of my dream things to do. Sure, there might be venomous snakes.
I've lost track of the time.
But if you don't get bit by a snake, you don't have to worry about if it's venomous or not. Alright, chapter 2.
Wow, what is this place?
They were trapped here for so long, they built their own little village.
I'd better have a look around this abandoned village. Harry's crew might have stayed here.
Okay, I'm definitely getting some, like, Innsmouth fishmen, you know, the deep ones from these. And I do kind of wonder if this is going to be...
stone slab looks like a mechanism to get up to the outcrop.
I wonder if this is going to be tied back into more of the origin story of the deep ones that one of the characters tells about a captain finding some locals on an island out in the ocean
Straight out of an adventure novel.
and making a bargain with them, and then they followed him home.
They set up camp here.
I think they did a little bit more than set up camp here. Usually when you set up camp, you don't build houses or shacks.
Could these tikis be some sort of guardians?
Suppose she didn't learn that from her Polynesian book.
Polynesian man covered in tattoos. I'm not sure if he looks angry or scared.
He looks a bit surly.
Well? What well?
He doesn't want to be near the ruins. Why is he so afraid of that well?
So now you believe in magic, old pal?
He gave one of these amulets to each of us. Only Harry kept his. Well, bet everybody else turned into fishmen.
Fascinating.
The ancient geometric stone structures are not Polynesian. What purpose did they serve? Strange geometry. That's another Lovecraft bingo card.
Members didn't get along too well.
He's not part of the crew, though. He probably lives here.
Ritual?
He's warning us about those ruins. He says that some sort of forbidden ritual took place here.
Let me record it. So, you said you've been on this island before?
Yes. Some years ago. I made a rookie mistake. I did it from my fishing route to go to what looked like a better spot. Less than an hour had gone. By when suddenly, my va'a, my canoe overturned. And I got this lovely souvenir from that mistake.
Heavens, what gave you that scar?
It's not a what, but a who. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at it. But it seemed like a sea creature I never seen. Anyway, I was lucky enough to reach that white sand beach. The one where we landed on the island. A man came 3 days later and got me out of there. He brought me to the port of Tahiti without speaking a single word. Time passed, and I promised myself that I would go on with my life and forget about this damn island.
But then you offered a lot of money.
Island, then?
I need to know what happened to me, to discover the truth. I don't know if you get me.
Absolutely.
I wanted to know if fishmen were real, or if I had just imagined it. I wonder if that's an actual, like, Tahitan accent. Because what, they were a French colony at one point? I feel like that whole kind of side of the South Pacific was colonized by the French at some point. Could be wrong, though, but... Tahiti definitely sounds like a French name.
They're composed of 4 pieces.
I apologize that I can't be knowledgeable about every country and island in the world. But, you know, I try.
I've never cared much for games of chance. This fella sounds pretty hot-headed.
July 14th, 1934. I came to this godforsaken island for just a few days, and it's been almost 2 weeks already of doing nothing. Is this rich jerk gonna open that hatch anytime soon? I'm not going to wait for Mr. Know-It-All again like I did with the elevator. He'd better let me handle this situation. We brought dynamite for a reason. Sounds like his temper might even get explosive.
Blowing an ancient hatch with dynamite sounds like a fool's errand to me.
See? I will offer him my demonstration of how we're going to do it, and he will agree to the plan.
Looks like someone didn't like you very much, Harry. I'm not sure what to expect on this island, but I hope I won't regret not having a gun. Nice comb. Who worries this much about their appearance in a place like this?
Is that hair oil? Brilliantine. Well, clearly someone wanted to maintain their pretty boy aesthetic.
They were packing a lot of heat when they came to this island, but they took all the guns with them.
What's that mounted on the front? Oh, it's a bayonet. I thought it was like one whole thing attached together, but yeah, that's the handle of the bayonet.
Very neat. Quite a looker. A fashion model, maybe.
Why would you bring a fashion model on an expedition?
Looks like this fellow is a real heartbreaker.
I suppose this is actually the guy, and that would explain, you know, all the stuff for greening, and these are his conquests.
His real name was Costas?
Costas Apostolon, or Apostolao. It's a pretty fancy name. Los Angeles. Athanasios Apostolou. This is, I guess, the father's name. Passport is a valuable document. Due care should be taken to see that it is not passed into the possession of an unauthorized person. If it is lost or destroyed, the fact and circumstances of the loss should be immediately reported to the Passport Division, Department of State, or to the nearest American consulate, or, in an outlying possession of the United States, to the chief executive thereof, and to the local police authorities. New passports in such cases can be issued only after exhaustive inquiry. So I suppose this is the sort of game where we're going to learn more about the members of the expedition through exploring their, you know, remaining traces than we are from actually meeting them. Nope. Now you know we're in for some spooky because they're using basalt columns. Naturally occurring basalt
The
columns.
river cuts through that canyon. It doesn't look safe to cross.
Alright, well, I am getting kind of drawn into this place. It's fun to just explore.
The carved Marquesian cross. The symbol represents balance and protection.
We should probably end it. Maybe we'll see if we can find a solid point at the end of this section. But yeah, this seems pretty cool. It's a very chill game, but it is, you know, point-and-click adventure game, essentially, turned into a first-person game, so it makes sense that it's not exactly high pace.
Oh, damn it. Someone on the expedition died.
Oh, I was like, how can you tell?
A farewell message from a friend.
I guess we'll have to finish our game in the afterlife. Rest in peace, Pally. Hey, Pally, why don't you hit me again? Roy Granger.
I never thought that this expedition would cause anybody's death. I'm sure Harry never thought so either.
You never thought that someone could die
And he'd never have come here.
in the middle of nowhere on a presumably somewhat unexplored
What a
island?
delicate piece of craftsmanship.
Perhaps I'll take one of these back with me on my boat. I do feel like a storm is going to roll in, though.
Confused, as if he was having a hard time writing this down.
If anyone needs me, I'll be back in the medical tent up on the flat outcrop. After the explosion, what happened, I'd better find out more about the well, Dr. DeWitt. Mr. DeWitt. Mr. DeWitt. Oh, there's a picture on the back there. Can I examine that from here?
They used the emblem as a headstone for Roy's grave. This one resembles a shark.
Did he die of explosion, or did he die of shock? Because sharks are a guardian spirit in many Polynesian cultures.
Did they use all the dynamite? Explosives. Looks dangerous.
They were also respected as being dangerous. Alright, well...
I hadn't been close to a grave since my mother's burial. Shortly after she died, my lovely Dalmatian spots, as Harry used to call them, appeared. We thought it was nothing at first. This enormous stone slab looks like a mechanism to get up to the outcrop. Something missing here.
Well, I was about to say, do you think they had elevators by this point? But, I mean, he even mentioned in one of the notes an elevator, so clearly they did. I think elevators were 1800s? Like mid-1800s before they started becoming a thing? At least, well, I'm not sure exactly the timeline for various mechanisms like that. Because I'm pretty sure there were elevators before there was widespread electricity, because they just used other mechanisms. There's another bridge there. Oh, there's a ladder. Well, don't go down. There's nothing down there. I guess we can have a look-see. But in a way, this does feel a little bit like Amnesia Rebirth. Just in, I guess, kind of the way we're following on the heels of an expedition, trying to figure out what happened. Probably less ghoul chases in this, though. But it seems like there is going to be some spooks later on, of some variety.
Until the drawbridge is lowered.
So I am intrigued by that kind of thread. I didn't even know that was a thing in this. I really did think it was just going to be mostly an adventure game without any dusting of Lovecraftianness, cosmic horror. But yeah, I'm digging this. I'm glad that I decided to check it out. Should mention too that this game...
I must have found the luxury huts. Pretty swanky.
This game is only $20, so it's not even like this is a fully priced game or anything. And I think it looks great. It's interesting. The voice acting has been good so far, and I'm intrigued about the story. So that seems to hit it off on all points. So I think we'll wrap up here. But thank you for joining me as I followed the call of the sea. And I hope you'll join me for future expeditions to far-off islands. But until then, take care, everyone.